Alrighty, folks, it's me again. The comments on new hair or hairstyle and somewhat trimmed beard. I know I look different, but you know. So here I am, more of son-in-law Discord. This is chapter 2. So let's get rolling and get my shit together. Oh yes, I'm gonna be using this bottle to make my voice a little bit different. So here we go. Chapter 2, Family. Sorry for the time jump, but I wanted to get to the point of the story. I know, right? I'm gonna try to be Doc Morgan at the Dragon Ball Z. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Alright. It felt weird being at a wedding. 5 years ago, a wedding from Mothball meant hunting ground. After all, there was no event that had more love. Who knew Mothball would end up being a groom stallion at one? He was in one of his many disguises. A green unicorn with blue hair, dressed in a blue tuxedo to match the groom's. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do an accent. I'm gonna do an accent. I'm gonna do a playthrough of this. What was it? Oh yes. Standing in front of him was Applejack and Spike's abducted son, Cinema Stick, Rainbow Dash and Sora's 14-year-old daughter Prism, and their older daughter Lightning Dash, who stood behind her twin brothers Thunder as the best mare. The Pegasus was staring into his bride's brilliant green eyes. Apple Blossom was in a simple but elegant white gown, her orange mane tied up in a bun. Behind her stood her teenage cousin Cinnamon Roll, followed by Screwball and their friend Dinky. The 5-year-old dragon pony Applespike sat at Cinnamon Roll's hoofs, his green reptilian eyes staring intently at the jeweled golden rings in the cushion he held. Cinnamon Roll kept glancing at her brother, making sure he didn't eat them. Beside him, with an empty basket in her mouth, stood Rarity and Fuzzy Pant's youngest daughter Jewel, a white 3-year-old unicorn with a smooth lavender mane tied into a tiny ponytail. Princess Twilight Sparkle stood between the bride and groom, giving her speech. Muswell didn't pay much heed to it as his gaze wandered around the crowd. The wedding was held at Sweet Apple Acres, the bride and groom sitting beneath the gazebo as they said their vows while the attendees watched from the 2 columns of wooden benches. On the groom's side was the Dash family, his parents in the front row. Soren was sobbing his eyes out, while Rainbow was patting him on the back, trying very hard not to do the same. Behind the family sat all their friends, including the Discord, Pants, Sparkle, and Pie families. Pants family. I wonder who wears the pants in that family. The bride's side stretched out much further, as it contained every single member of the Apple family. Apple Blossom's parents, Big Macintosh and Shirley, sat in the front row, along with her Uncle Spike, her aunts Applejack and Applebloom, and Granny Smith. It was a wonder how that pony was still alive.
You watch your mouth, young one. If I'm gonna be around young, get my stick, the narrator.
Okay. Anyway, Mothball turned his attention back to the bride and groom. Over the 5 years he had lived with Screwball, he had gotten to know her friends better. Thunderdash and Cinnamon Stick had become his best friends and were quite helpful with dating advice, since they had girlfriends themselves. He couldn't help but smirk whenever he saw Cinnamon Stick and Dinky lean out of the lines and steal glances from each other. Mothball could feel the love radiating of the soon-to-be married couple as well as the not-married one. While he'd learned to control his feeling around ponies, he could still feel instances of love without trying. He was glad to see the 2 lovebirds tie a knot, as Screwball had told him they had been crushing on each other since kindergarten and had only started dating 5 years ago, not long before Mothball came into the picture. After Twilight had used her magic to slide the rings on the bride's and groom's hoofs, she announced, "I now pronounce this couple husband and wife." Thunderdash and Apple Blossom didn't wait for the prince to tell them to kiss. The crowd cheered, but the bride's fan was lost as they shouted, "Yee-haw!" and threw their hats into the air. It's kind of similar to graduation, which I did not throw mine. Thank you very much. But that has nothing to do with this. The reception was even rowdier, as the bride and groom's first dance was to an upbeat country tune. Not part there. Mothball stood and watched from the punch bowl with lightning and cinnamon stick. Guess this means we're related now, Doris pointed to Pexis. Guess so, Lenny giggled. So, she said with a slight grin, when are you and Dinky gonna tie the knot? Cinnamon Stick's brown cheeks turned red. Well, we kinda decided to wait until our baby business gets off the ground. You know, we want to be able to provide for each other before we take any big leaps. Lenny dashed sighed as she watched the other couples join the bride and groom on the dance floor. Looks like I'm the only single one in the group. You still have time, Multiple pointed out. I mean, you guys are hardly even 20 yet. Yeah, the Cinnamon Stick smirked. Thunder had to marry my cousin now because Uncle Big Man wasn't sure of his intentions toward his daughter. Boy, do I know how that feels, the changeling muttered under his breath. I know we're all young, Lang sighed. But now that my brother's settling down, I kind of want to settle down too. You sure you're ready after that breakup with Aquafresh? Cinnamon Stick. Yeah, I think so. Then you're in luck, because I think my cousin's avatar over there is giving you the eye. Lang looked in the direction he was pointing and then raised an eyebrow at him. Aren't they all cousins now? Only by marriage. Besides, he whispered in her ear, they're distant. The Pexis grinned and made her way across the field. Think it'll work? Work out? Cinnamon Stick asked Mothball. The changeling shrugged. They both have a slight attraction. I can't predict the future, though.
Hey!
Mothball exclaimed as a pink hoof rung around his neck.
How about a dance, lover boy?
Scribble demanded. The changeling smiled. Sure. She pouted.
I wish you wouldn't wear that disguise. Boys are used to you enough.
Mothball sighed. The point of Ponyville used to sing me. Apple Blosdom's cousins, however.
Oh, so what do they see you? What's the worst that could happen?
I don't know. A giant mob of cowboys carrying pitchforks and shotguns?
Oh, you!
She giggled, playfully nudging his shoulder. No, he's right, actually, Cinnamon Stick said with a shrug. There's always a pitchfork or something at these things, in case the groom gets cold full. Did y'all hear about my parents' wedding? Scribble rolled her eyes.
You're not helping. Whatever. I still want that dance.
She put her disguised boyfriend to the dance floor. Mothball was actually a splendid dance partner, as all changelings learned to dance as a way of seduction. However, he was not prepared for square dancing. Scribble ended up taking the lead and twirled him on his toes before doing him.
Just so you know,
she said, bringing him back up to her eye level.
You won't have to wear a disguise at our wedding.
Oh, that's good, I guess. He paused and then looked at her with wide eyes. Wait, what? They looked up to see Disco looming over them.
Dad!
Scribble moaned.
I'm almost 20! Lay off!
Chill, sweetie, Digikaiku said, putting up his hands. I only wanted to ask my daughter for a dance. Your friend there is doing the same. He pointed to where Apple Blossom and Big Man conducted dancing. Thunder dashed and Rainbow a few feet away. Scribble smiled as she took her father's paw.
Okay, Daddy.
She sent Mothball one last glance before pulling the Disco's embrace. The change was left in the daze at what Scribble had just said. He stepped back and watched her laugh as her father spun her around. He had always loved that bubbling laugh of hers. It was one of the first things he had found interesting about her. It was so enchanting that he couldn't help but laugh along with it. Her bridesmaid gown was ready to go with the apple theme. She wasn't wearing a propeller hat, which was rare, allowing her purple and white curls to fly freely in the wind. Even from afar, he could see the spark in her swirly purple eyes. He longed for them to be near again, so he could gaze into infinity. Things had been going well over the past 5 years. Despite Disco's constant hovering, Mothball enjoyed living in the castle of chaos. There was so much space, and with so many rooms filled with random things, it was hard to get bored. Flasha had taken the role of his adoptive mother, and while her constant nitpicking could get annoying, fixing his mane and dressing him for the weather, he rather liked the warmth he received from her. His thoughts were momentarily interrupted by a high-pitched scream.
Mom!
Mothball looked down as a 3-year-old purple alicorn with a short light blue and pink mane ran past him. She was followed by Zany, now 5 years old, with a picture book covering beside him, stepped like an alligator.
Sadie's trying to buy me with my book!
The young alicorn screamed.
Oh, yum, 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 yum.
Zany taunted as he used his chaotic magic to open and close the book.
Yum, 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 yum.
He was stopped by a green aura that carried it into Mothball's hooves. Zany flinched under its glare. Even though the changeling was disguised, Zany somehow always knew it was his sister's boyfriend. Really, Zany? Mothball said sternly. How many times has your mother told you to play nice with the other kids?
I was playing nice,
Zany protested, crossing his hooves.
but Twinkle Toes is a scaredy cat. I am not.
The alicorn filly exclaimed, woken up with an orange Pegasus staring at her side. What's going on? Flash Ginger demanded. Zany here was chasing Twinkle with her book, Mothball replied, darting his eyes at the coat. But he's very sorry and won't do it again. Right, Zany grunted.
Yeah.
The changeling nodded and floated the book down to the little alicorn. Here you go, Twinkle. She huffed. Now, Twinkle Sparkle, Slash said, patting his daughter on the back. Zany said he was sorry. She said again, turning on her hoof with her nose in the air. Flash gave Mothball a silent thanks before following her. Mothball glared back down at Zany.
She started it,
the coat grumbled. I don't want to hear it, Mothball said, taking a silver dragon over to Fluttershy. Mom, I think Junior here wants to dance with you. Fluttershy saw the grubbiness in her young son's face. What'd he do this time? Fight with Twinkle, the changeling explained. Again? Zany, how many times have I told you? I told him. That didn't stop Fluttershy from starting a long lecture with the sun. Mothball smiled a bit and left the two alone. Zany was another thing he loved about his new life. The little Tuck was like a brother to him, and Mothball had been around for so long that Zany considered him his big brother. Even though the chaotic coat would make mischief on several occasions, it was still fun to play with and at times super adorable. Mothball glanced between Fluttershy, scolding Zany, and Disco Desmond Screwball. The four had really become his family, much more than Changelings had ever been. And as he watched his beautiful Screwball, he couldn't argue that he belonged here. That's when he made a decision that would change his life forever. Zany was bouncing off the walls when he returned to the Castle of Chaos. It took both Discord and Screwball to catch him. Once the cold was calmed down, Fluttershy took him in her hooves and flew him upstairs to put him to bed. Screwball yawned and decided she should get some sleep too. She hugged her father and kissed Muffler on the cheek before floating to her room. For once, the changeling was grateful to be alone with Discord. Mr. Discord? He asked with a twinge of nervousness. Can I ask you something important? Discord looked down at him with a neutral expression. It was not the first time Mothball had asked him for advice. Despite the continued tension between them, Discord was the only older male figure in the boy's life, and he would sometimes come to him with things his son would ask his father. What the heck? He shrugged, teleporting them both to the couch. What do you want to talk about, kid? Well, Mothball muttered, rubbing the back of his neck. The wind today got me thinking, and now I know you don't like me very much, sir, but... He took a deep breath. I want permission to marry your daughter. He shut his eyes, expecting a scolding, or at least for the Draconicus to summon a glass of water, drink it, and spit it out. All he heard was silence. Confused, Mothball opened one eye and was surprised to see Discord smirking. Well, it's about time! Mothball opened his other eye. You mean you're not mad?